Right? Today we're gonna bring a fish feeder, but this one has an actually built-in Wi-Fi camera, and we're gonna set it up. So I'm gonna give you two options that you have. If you guys see, this is the actual plate that you have. It has a adhesive here, so it depends on what kind of fish tank you have. You can actually have different setups on it. So this is one particular one that they give you a little setup in here, and then they also give you the clamps in here that you could tighten it up too. So the fish feeder itself, it's here. This is the actual where you're gonna actually set up the feed to feed the food of the fish. It goes in here. So you unscrew it, and it has a filter here. So if you don't want to put one of those things that so it won't get moisturized, you could actually put it in there. But the actual feeder is made of silicone, if you guys can see that. So it's once you seal it up, it's in there, and the system actually marries itself through here. And there's push of buttons here. There's two buttons here. That's to release the actual mechanism. So if you want to reload it and so forth. All right. So this system here, if they give you the screws that you need to mount it up, and there's four screws that they come in here. And depending how you want to actually set it up, it's up to you. It's if it's in or out, but make sure that this is going to the water, right, to aquarium. And of course, this is where the actual camera connects to. All right, so the camera is magnetic, connects in here, and the camera doesn't go underwater. This actually has adhesive here, so it goes on the actual glass so you can see it. So we are going to set up an aquarium too and monitor the situation, and also set up feeding times in here. So right now we want to make sure that we control the actual tightness on the outside of the aquarium, not the inside. So pretty much this is going to go open up and kind of clamp into the aquarium here, and this is where the fish food's at. So once you get that done, all you got to do is push the buttons on one side and push it on the other end, and then find the indentations, make sure they snap in there. All right, so this camera is just basically just locks in place here by magnet, right? And that's pretty, if it's not magnetic, if it's not connecting, it's because it goes the other way. All right, this is the actual application that you're going to require. It's called Smart Life, Smart Living. All right, just make sure you download it and then log in. Also, create an account and log into the system, and then we're going to set this up. So we're going to open it up, and then all we got to do is log in. Once you log into your application, you got to make sure you hit the little plus button, add device. And if it doesn't find it automatically, start searching it. If you guys can see it, start searching it. If you don't finding here that it's a list of various things that they actually have there. All right, so we're gonna connect to it. If you guys can see Smart Life, I actually found it because I couldn't find it in the actual list. And there was a fish feeder, but they didn't have the camera in there. So you hit Smart Life and it's gonna connect to it. And we're gonna give it a couple seconds now that it's connecting. So it's blinking rapidly now, saying that it's connecting. All right, it didn't take that long after I just stopped and it just automatically picked up if you guys can see it. So we're gonna hit done and let's test it out. And look at the things you can do here. You can actually get gallery, theme colors, night mode, anti-flickering, editing. So you could do a bunch of things with the actual system with the camera first. And then when you go to feeder, you could set up how many grams of feed that you want to set up. So let's feed it right now, and it's spinning. So it's feeding automatically. You could set up a schedule here, so you don't have to. If you're going out of town and you forget, you could just have a schedule automatically feed your fishes and your animals that you have on your aquarium, which is very simple. So you could actually hit record, send a message to yourself. Messages will say see it fed successfully certain times, and of course you're going to visualize the actual feeding time with the camera too. So that's a great thing. So let's put this to our aquarium and start feeding our fishes automatically instead of the schedule too. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so with the push of a button, you can push the button here and you're going to see the food dropping in the bottom of the water. You guys can see that. So you can remote into it, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more. So my camera's right here. You get to see my fishes, and you get to see the feeder. The feeder's up here. But right now, let's take a look at how it looks in the camera.